So good morning, sir. In this video, I'm going to answer my learning outcome assessment number 4. So by the way, I am JR Migutuan from section Betelgeuse, base MT1. So let's start. So number 1, what is the vital transfer of knowledge and understanding and is an essential requirement in ensuring that an organization is effective and efficient in its operational procedures? So, I think the answer is the communication. And number 2, how an act passing message from one person to another. My answer for this is the act of passing message is communication or through communication of cell phone like that. So what is number 3? What is a different attitude or perspective from one person? So what is a different attitude or person? So a personal attitude and a social attitude, that is the different. And number 4, how one person has a different understanding of a word or phrase than other person. So my answer for this is a semantic. They have a semantic different understanding or a word. It is a semantic. So number 5, what is an interference of communication such as noise or distance? So what is an interference? My interference interference of communication such as noise or distance, and my answer for this is deflect your audience focus away from your message. That was the interference communication such as noise. And number 6, what communication problem that only listen to what we want to hear or to hear? So my answer for this is selective perception. Selective perception. Number 7, what communication problem that we only remember what is pleasant and forget what is unpleasant? So my answer for this is selective retention. Number 8, what communication problem that we only see what we see? So my answer for this is selective blindness. Number 9, what effective communication must be proactive in making the receiver understand the message? The effect of communication must be proactive is by having or sending a message. Number 10, what information that the sender wants to communicate to receiver? Message. My answer for this number 10 is a message. A message is the information that the sender wants to communicate the receiver. So number 11, what effective communication needs information to accomplish or do the job? So what effective communication? It was a receiver or receiving message. So number 12, what effective communication of the message from the receiver to the sender? So the effective communication of this is the feedback. It was a feedback. Number 13, what is a pattern of actions expected of a person and activities involving others? So the pattern of this is the role of the person in their doing activities. So number 14, what are the social ranks of a person within a group? The social ranks of a person within a group is their status. Their status within the group. And number 15, what is the way of understanding by observing a picture, situation, or event? What is the way of understanding? So, by giving a way of understanding by observing a picture in a situation or event, it was called perception. Uh, the way you understand by observing is the perception. So so number 16. Number 16. What behavior of everyone on board has the responsibility to call attention? So what behavior? That behavior is a offensive behavior. Offensive behavior. So number 17. What is an unwanted and unwelcome behavior in a threatening or domineering nature? So it was aggression. Number 18. What verbal demeaning or blaming with savor or sarcastic word? It was a taunting or taunting verbal or sarcastic words. Number 19. What form of ritualistic behavior in which a junior subjected to systematic demeaning acts under the guise of a right of entry? So it was formed or by hazing. In doing hazing. So number 20. What trick or practical joke that might harm an individual or reduce safety on board ship? That trick was called a prank or a dangerous prank because prank can affect our mind. We want some people might think it was true, so it was risky or dangerous, and it causes the man on board will suicide just like that. So number 21. What malicious destruction of individual's property? I think my answer for this is sabotage. So number 22. What kind of threatening of body language or looming over a person? So it was that kind of threatening is a physical threatening. So number 23. What kind of sexual has been defined as unwelcome sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, and other verbal or physical conduct of a sexual nature? So that kind of sexual is a sexual harassment. It was called a sexual harassment because they're requesting sex favors. So number 24. What is a man's ability to effectively interact or coexist with his fellow men or co-workers? That man's ability is human relations or human relationship or teamwork. And number 25. What year of the International Labor Organization Convention adopted a code practice on accident prevention on board ship, sea and in port? So it was 1970. Year of 1970. Number 26, the last number of this one. So how many hours is normally required to avoid creating a sleep debt, but few of us obtain this amount of hours? So maybe 8 hours. 8 hours is the normal required. So, in the enumerations, in number 1, name the 3 types of modes for transfer of communication. First, or number 1, verbal. The second, non-verbal. And the third is visual. And number 2, what are the 3 communication barriers? The first communication barrier is technical barriers. The second is language barriers. And the third or the last is the psychological barriers. So number 3, what are the 4 primary components for effective communication? So the 4 primary components for effective communication is first, the encoding. Second, the medium of transmission. Third, the decoding. And the last or the fourth is the feedback. And in number 4, what are the factors that influence the human development and behavior? So that 4 factors that influence the human development behaviors is first, the heredity. Second, the socio-economic. Third is the race of the people and sex. And the last number 5, how to develop good human relationship. So there was maybe 10 developed goods are may give. So in my own opinion, first, create a culture with a good communication. Second, be mindful of what they do. And the 7, develop mutual respect. And the 4th is be positive. The 5th, build trust to the people you have. And the 6th, and welcome to diversity. The 7 is practice active listening to the people you have been talk. And 8 is be kind and honest, or maybe be loyal to your people or fellow Filipinos. And the 9 is model positive relationship. And the last is create good communication in your fellow Filipinos. So that was my video, my question and answer of this. Thank you.